the headlines of this hour on VTV News. Deputy Prime Ministers inspect disaster response in northern mountainous region. And implemented FDI hits 5-year high.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huynh Trân with the top stories. Foreign leaders have sent their congratulations to State President Tô Lâm on his election as General Secretary of the Party Central Committee. General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party Central Committee and President of Laos Thongloun Sisoulith sent a letter of congratulations, in which he expressed confidence that under the newly elected Party General Secretary's leadership, the Vietnamese people will achieve even greater success in their renewal efforts. In his message, Cambodian King Norodom Sihamoni expressed his firm belief that under the new leadership, Vietnam will achieve many great successes. President of the Cambodian People's Party Hun Sen also sent a message of congratulations on the election. General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and Chinese President Xi Jinping also sent his congratulations. Russian President Vladimir Putin extended his congratulations, emphasizing that the election reflects Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm years of dedicated service to the interests of the nation and its people. Also on the same day, First Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba Central Committee and President of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez, sent his congratulations. Foreign leaders, including General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, Kim Jong-un, and the presidents of Venezuela, Nicaragua, also sent their congratulations on the election. The region has experienced heavy downpours with rainfall ranging from 100 to 200 millimeters and reaching nearly 400 millimeters in some areas. This has caused flooding of small rivers and springs, flash floods and landslides in several localities, resulting in a loss of life and property. Deputy Prime Ministers Trần Lưu Quang and Lê Thành Long have visited the hardest hit areas. More in the following.
On Sunday, Deputy Prime Minister Trần Lưu Quang inspected the flood recovery efforts in Điện Biên District, Điện Biên Province. He requested local authorities to continue to intensify their work in disaster response, search for missing people, and review and support the evacuation of people and assets from high-risk villages. The Deputy Prime Minister also visited and encouraged families affected by floods, including those who had lost relatives. He presented gifts to these families and the forces involved in flood relief and recovery efforts. On the same day, Deputy Prime Minister Lê Thành Long inspected the flood recovery efforts in severely affected areas. Upon arriving at the hardest hit areas in Chieng Dan Commune, Sơn La Province, he conveyed Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính warm regards to the people. The Deputy Prime Minister also asked authorities to review areas at high risk of landslides, flash floods, and deep flooding. He emphasized the need for safety plans, particularly the proactive evacuation and relocation of residents from dangerous areas.
Now, numerous landslides have occurred on the bypass route of Sơn La City in Sơn La Province. Traffic congestion has persisted on this nearly 20-kilometer route. To ensure safety, authorities have temporarily closed the bypass route, preventing the risk of landslides and protecting vehicles and pedestrians.
Although the rain has stopped, some areas on Sơn La bypass route remain at high risk of further landslides following days of heavy rainfall. In recent days, the Sơn La Traffic Police Department has stationed personnel at checkpoints to regulate traffic and warn people away from road sections closed due to landslides.
During the inspection process on the route, traffic police coordinated with warning units upon discovering landslides. They instructed people to avoid these roads during the rainy and stormy seasons to ensure the safety of people and property.
Currently, there are 15 landslide locations on this bypass route, 6 of which have collapsed and caused traffic congestion. The most serious recent landslide involved over 5,000 cubic meters of soil and rock. Although it took more than 2 days for authorities to temporarily address the problem, they had to maintain the road closure due to the ongoing risk of further landslides.
We will report on the emergency situation of the Sơn La bypass. We are also preparing the next steps to implement long-term solutions and request funding to thoroughly clean the landslide-affected areas.
Authorities stated they will wait a while longer before taking action. Once the landslide risk subsides, they plan to level and lower the slope. Next, the design consultant will extract geological samples to develop sustainable long-term solutions.
On Sunday, the National Competition Commission joined hands with the Ministry of Industry and Trade, as well as over 120 enterprises, to organize a program on promoting sustainable production and consumption 2024 in Hanoi. Currently, the legal policy system on sustainable production and consumption has been increasingly improved with the participation of retailers and management agencies. Within the framework of the program, the IUB Fund commits to becoming a companion by providing preferential packages with interest rates below 3% per year, supporting businesses in transforming green production activities, effectively implementing the green growth target, and achieving net zero by 2050. According to the Ministry of Planning and Investment, as of July, the total newly registered capital, adjusted capital, and capital contribution from foreign investors reached more than $18 billion, up 10.9% over the same period last year. Notably, foreign direct investment capital implemented in Vietnam in the past 7 months hit a 5-year high for the same period, reaching $12.55 billion, up 8.4%.
The revenue of this South Korean enterprise in the first 7 months reached about $300 million, up nearly 400% over the same period last year. Positive business results are why this enterprise decided to invest more capital into this 7,000 square meters production factory.
We invest in Vĩnh Phúc because of its geographical location near Nội Bài Airport, good infrastructure, and abundant human resources.
In Vietnam, most Japanese enterprises operating continue to increase capital and expand production, thereby increasing the capital flow in Vietnam.
Japanese firms are still very active in investing in Vietnam, but somewhat cautious about investment in big projects, and also some administrative delays will hinder.
Regarding the capital structure, the processing and manufacturing industry attracted nearly $10 billion, accounting for 79.5% of total FDI. Real estate business activities and the production and distribution of electricity and gas followed.
Some industries that the Vietnamese government has prioritized in recent times have continued to attract huge investment and created growth momentum for localities.
Not only has the number of projects increased, but the average investment capital scale has also been outstanding. Vietnam remains an attractive destination for global investors, with projections suggesting this year could see a record-breaking $39 to $40 billion in foreign investment.
Welcome back to VTV News. Now, Ho Chi Minh City's public investment disbursement in the past 6 months fell short of its set target. Meanwhile, most of the public investment capital was allocated to the city's key transport projects. As a result, city leaders are now supervising projects nearing completion, in addition to requiring investors to register monthly disbursement progress.
According to the plan, Nam Bridge on Đỗ Xuân Hợp Street, Thủ Đức City, Ho Chi Minh City will be completed in April 2024. However, due to some difficulties, the bridge's opening date had to be postponed. Working with the investor and the construction unit, Ho Chi Minh City leaders emphasized that the project has the land and capital. The investor must ensure that Nam Bridge opens to traffic on time by September the 15th.
There will be a new axis running to Cát Lái. Currently, the two ends have been completed. Only the middle part remains unfinished. The Department of Transport is also working with Thủ Đức to connect the entire route from Đỗ Xuân Hợp to Cát Lái intersection.
After 4 years of stagnation due to land shortages, construction on Tăng Long Bridge on Lã Xuân Oai Street, Thủ Đức City resumed last October. However, the project did not meet the target, significantly affecting the disbursement work.
The current focus is on constructing the drainage system, the expansion of the road, and the relocation of the remaining electrical system. We strive to complete this task by August 15th.
Ho Chi Minh City leaders also supervised some of the final components of Metro Line No. 1, Bến Thành Suối Tiên. The pedestrian bridges are expected to be substantially completed by September. Regarding the O&M building, the investor and contractor must promptly finalize a plan to complete the structure soon. The line's operations, card issuance, and automatic toll collection.
An art program organized by the Navy Command and Air Defense Air Force Service commemorated the 60th anniversary of the Vietnam People's Navy and Air Defense Air Force's first victory against the U.S. war to destroy North Vietnam. The program shared stories, introduced historical witnesses, and showcased valuable footage of the battle at sea, which repelled the U.S.'s plot to escalate the war to the north. On August 2nd and 5th, 1964, the Navy and Air Force, together with the Army and people of the North, achieved their first victory, paving the way for the ultimate success in 1975. Travel and Leisure, the world's leading travel magazine, has announced the top 25 most wonderful islands in the world for 2024. Phú Quốc ranked second, just after Maldives and ahead of Bali and Phuket. This accolade follows Phú Quoc's earlier recognition as one of the top 6 tourist destinations in the world for 2024 by the online travel website Travel Lemming. In the past 7 months, the island has seen a significant increase in international visitors.
Every day, Phú Quốc International Airport welcomes dozens of flights from China, South Korea, ASEAN countries, Europe, and the US. In the first 6 months of the year, nearly 2,000 international flights arrived in Phú Quốc.
There's a beautiful nature, and there's some amusement park to go.
Nearly $160,000 was invested in creating a tourism ecosystem on the island, featuring the iconic Proposal Bridge, the multi-experience Kiss of the Sea show, nightly fireworks displays, and a night market that showcases culinary delights and street shows.
It's actually incredible. I never expected that many people all are happy and so excited.
Phú Quoc's title as the world's most beautiful natural island from the World Travel Awards and its second place ranking among the top 25 most wonderful islands globally raised awareness of Vietnam's tourism.
In recent times, we have made many efforts, especially in coordinating with investors who have invested in many projects here.
I think Phú Quốc City has significant advantages in developing promotional programs. These include policies that create favorable conditions for tourists, well-developed facilities and infrastructure, and improved management practices.
In the first 7 months of the year, Phú Quốc Island welcomed over 562,000 international visitors.
Now let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app at VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel, VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.